Okay, listen. I was in prayer this morning, and the one thing that stuck out was, with God, there is depth of life. You know, we go through life and we're doing so much, and we're looking for the one thing that makes us happy, the passion, the joy. We're searching for it. We're looking for it in spouses. We're looking for it in companions. We're looking for it in jobs. We're looking for it in financial stability. We're looking for it in all of the outside elements of the world. But this morning in prayer, God said there is one thing that gives depth to life, and that is Him. God is the source of internal and eternal happiness, internal and eternal depth. That God is work in God. There is all that you need to find satisfaction, to find gratification, to find all that you need to make you like thoroughly happy, right? To bring you thorough joy, to bring you everything that you need to feel fulfilled. There it is, to feel fulfilled in life. It's all in God. We out and we doing so much in the world, and we're looking for it, and people are just looking, searching, can't find. You getting temporary joy, and then you on to the next thing, and then you still getting temporary happiness, and then you're on to the next thing, and you still getting temporary satisfaction. But what you're really looking for is God, and in Him, He knows everything you need to be happy. He knows every timeline, every date. He knows everything that you need in life when you need it to be happy in Him. And then you won't have to be searching, for the outside elements to make you happy. You won't have to, compromise morals and values and standards to find fulfillment. It's all in God, and He'll take you just as you are, and He'll, create you, establish you in the image that He needs you to be, so that He can give you everything that you need to be completely happy, to be fulfilled, to be joyful, to be satisfied while you are living this life on earth. In God, there is depth of life. That was the point of the prayer this morning, and for me to put out in the world today. In God, there is depth of life. In Him, there is everything that you need to be satisfied, to be happy, to be joyful, to be fulfilled in this life that you live on earth until you meet Him in heaven. In God, there is depth. In God, there is joy. In God, there is fullness. In God, there is total satisfaction, where you can just walk every day on this earth in delight, in joy, in fulfillment, in happiness, through it all. The ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, the ins, the outs, the rewards, the consequence, whatever it is. In God, there is depth of life. You don't have to go out. You don't have to search for the outside things. You don't have to find fulfillment in the outside of God in your heart. You don't have to, I'm not saying all those things won't enhance the quality of life, but the source of that quality comes from God. If you give yourself to God and allow God to provide for you the way that He sees fit in His desires, then you will see, oh, I don't really need that, but then God gave me this instead. And then you'll be okay with that, because you say, okay, God knows what I need, and this does bring me joy and happiness, instead of me going out there, hustling and bustling and, compromising myself for what I think I need, for what the world tells me I think I need. See, it's not what you think you need, it's what God knows you need to be satisfied, to be happy, to be, truly fulfilled. So that's the prayer. In God, there is depth of life. In God, there is total satisfaction. In God, there is joy. In God, there is peace. In God, there is all that you need. The outside world is just enhancing what God has already given you as a foundation, as a stability, as a core in Him, right? In your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul. God has everything that you need to be fulfilled and to be happy, totally, completely, honestly, purely happy in Him. You just got to come to Him. And you just got to give yourself to him. And you got to let him create you in the image he needs you to be, so that he can give you exactly what he knows you need to be purely happy in him. To not have to need anything in the outside world, to not have to, struggle, and to not have to fight, and to not have to, sacrifice who you are in him to get the temporary things that make you happy. In God, there is permanent joy, permanent peace, permanent happiness, permanent satisfaction, permanent gratification, permanent delight, permanent everything in God. The world is just temporary. God is the permanent, and in him there is permanent depth of life. There is your eyes will see life so differently when you just give it all to him. Lord, your will, not mine, but yours. And when you do the will of God, when you submit yourself to live in the desires and in the will of God, everything around you will change and will be different, and will be elevated to a new level that you've never seen before. Because in God, it's not like the world. In God, it's totally different. Totally. There is just a peace and a happiness and the joy and the satisfaction that the world can't give you. So on that note, have a very blessed one. Amen.